While surfing the internet a couple of Sundays ago, Mark came upon a story that led him down a path that wound up becoming the speech. It has been quite some time since a GSTM member has done a political speech, and never a political speech that drives right down the middle of the aisle until today. There are 278 days left until Super Tuesday on November 6th. This speech is designed to motivate you to learn more about what is going on politically. Please welcome Mark for the 5 to 7 minute advanced manual speech, Speaking to Inform. Please welcome Mark for the speech called USR.
Thank you, Carl. Fellow Toastmasters. I wonder if anybody recognizes this lovely young lady in this photo. Any chance? No? Don't feel bad, I didn't either. Her name is Sarah Burke. She's a Canadian skier who, while practicing in Park City, Utah on the 19th of January, had a fall and 10 days later passed away at the tender age of 29. Sarah Burke is one of the most decorated skiers in Canadian history. 5-time X Games champion, gold medal winner, 3-time world champion, twice named Female Athlete of the Year, Female Skier of the Year by ESPN in 2001 and 2007. She actually just finished lobbying to the Olympic Committee to have her sport, which is the half pipe. If anybody doesn't know what that is, take a pipe, cut it in half. That's all it is. They go up, they go down. To have her sport as part of the Olympic Games in Sochi in 2014. But she won't get to realize that dream. Her existence for 29 years was amazing. She'd done more in skiing than most people in Canada had done their entire life. The story that I went on to read said she was survived by her family and her spouse. She didn't have any kids. The article also went on to say that they've started a fund in her name on the internet where you can donate money to, www.getforward/Sarah Burke. So I started thinking to myself, why? Why does a 29-year-old woman who doesn't have any family, who's very successful, has got lots of money, why do we need to do a fundraiser for her? For what reason? Well, that's when the story takes a little bit of a twist. You see, Sarah is a Canadian citizen who lives in British Columbia. And Sarah's part of Canada Health, the universal healthcare system that they have in Canada. Their system works quite a bit different than ours does. Theirs is a little bit more menu-based. If you go in and you break an arm, they pay the doctor whatever it says for a broken arm. Well, what the Canadian system does, when you have a situation like this, they will pay $75 a day for an overnight hospital stay. That's what it costs to stay in Canada, $75. Her bills, Sarah's bills over 10 days came to $225,000. Fine folks in Canada are going to send about $750 to take care of it, which I'm not a math whiz, but that does leave about $224,000 short of where it was. This article also goes on to say, you know, if this would have happened in Canada and not in the US, medical bills would have been about $5,000, not $25,000. And this poor family would not have been handed a bill with a death certificate the way they were here. That's some neat stuff. So I decided, you know, I'm going to do some research on it. This sounds pretty amazing to me. Some of the stuff I'm reading about this Canadian healthcare is amazing to me. So what I've done is I've brought some research with me to see how good the Canadian healthcare system is opposed to us and compare us to them. I used only 4 sites to get all this information from. You guys can look them all up. IRS.gov, BBC.com, a Canadian website.ca, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and Wikipedia. That's it. That's all I used. First of all, I took a look at the Canadian side. Took a line down a piece of paper, right, left, wrote it right. Canadian healthcare system. This will be a little tough for you, Carl. Just going to move down one. That's fine. Canadian healthcare system, 2008, which is the last time they have numbers available for. Average Canadian spends $3,600 a year on health insurance. US, $6,700. About twice as much for us here as it is for them. Life expectancy is higher in Canada by almost 2 years. It's amazing. These two are going to blow your hair back. Medical bankruptcies and foreclosures. United States of America, 700,000 people a year lose their homes to medical bankruptcies and foreclosures from unwanted medical bills. 700,000. The number in Canada? 0. None. Doesn't happen. Uninsured citizens. Canada has none. United States, pick a number, 15 million, 20 million, 30 million, 80 million. I don't care whatever side of the aisle you're on, pick a number. The smallest number is too big. Average cost, you break an arm, $478 is what it's going to cost you in Canada. Average visit in the United States, $1,850 with an ER visit. 3 times what it costs. Per capita drug spending. This right here blew me away. Drug spending in Canada is 50% less of what we spend here. Why? 2 big reasons. No ridiculous red tape to get a drug to market, there like it is here. The other one's the Walmart theory. They buy as a country. You know the volume discount you get buying as a country? It's enormous. So taking a look at this, there's no prescription drug plans and no pre-existing conditions. So I'm thinking, damn, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? All of it looks pretty good to me. So I took a look at our side. I said, all right, what does the USA have to offer? Well, in 2009, the World Health Organization, which is who rates different countries, still has the USA #1 when it comes to procedural work. Average doctor visit in Canada, 3.5 hours. You go to a doctor visit in Canada, your employer has to give you a half a day off. It's going to take you at least that long. Routine hip replacement, 6 to 12 months in Canada, 18 to 35 days here. A little different. ER visit, 42 minutes on an average to see a physician, 4 hours in Canada. USA is still the #1 country people go to have any type of procedural work done. So now I took a look at both of these. Pretty interesting information from both sides. I like both pieces, but there's one piece that we're missing. Who's going to pay for it? Same thing happened with Sarah's medical bills. Who should pay Sarah's medical bills? Who should have paid them? Should it be her family? She got the care, right? Should it be Monster Energy Drink, who sponsored the event? Should it be the country in Canada? I don't know. We don't know who it is. But I'll tell you what, money's the issue. See, because according to the IRS, 47% of the people in the U.S. don't pay the income tax. What I mean by that is, income tax is taken out of checks. It's just given back in the form of refund. So 47% have a net tax rate of 0. Canada minimum tax rate is 26%, with the average being 44. Big questions to ask. Okay, we've got an election coming in 278 days. There's a lot of people in this number right here. Is government health care worth 25 to 40% of these people's income that are paying none now? That's a big question. The answer, that's a big matzo ball out there that's coming in November of this year. We've seen both sides of the aisle, both sides of the coin. Both programs have a lot to offer. USA is the only country, developed country in the world other than Turkey that doesn't have some type of universal health care system. The only one. So whether you're on the right side of the aisle, left side of the aisle, it really doesn't matter. Every candidate this year has got some type of health care on the platform. And all I wanted to do today is give you enough information to go out and take a look at your own information. Do your own research. Because after November 7th, are we going to be a little bit more like the USA? Or are we going to be more like the USA?